Let's stop lying to ourselves. Pakistan isn't short on power, it's short on cover. One man's principle, you can call it stubbornness, can split a party. In this term, Khan, a system's arrogance can split a country. In this term, establishment, which is weak right now. And today, our system is running a high-risk experiment. Survive on American Thapki while pretending the November Bhonchal doesn't exist. So let's define the game the way it's actually being played. Thapki means a pad from Washington. Trump's nod to let General Asim Munir rule like a de facto strongman. Bhonchal is the November jolt when his term may end. I'll say may. I'm not sure. He wants to run the table through 2027 after pushing a 5-year horizon. In a previous legislation. But the chessboard is ugly, sir. This time. There's no popular mandate. Khan locked up yet unmoved in polls. There is talk about Nawaz suddenly being purposeful, dreaming about his old narrative, and a backed-in crisis called this 27th Amendment that threatens provincial autonomy, NFC, and the very basic structure of Pakistani democracy. Stack all that, and November becomes a potential de-seating moment, not a photo op, especially when Americans are involved. Meanwhile, the state's strength, government strength, I would say rather, looks like fear in uniform, anxious preemptions, arrests on tap, MNAs literally locked inside the assembly, disqualification sprayed like air fresheners, attendance here, paperwork there, 9th May everywhere, and disqualifications. None of it dents Khan's personal narrative. It just demolishes institutional credibility. You can jail a man, you can't jail his symbolic utility, especially when the jail itself proves the system's weakness. PTI won't like this part, but it's true. The turnout was thin this August 5. Movements aren't fireworks, we know that. They are marathons. But the problem with PTI is spoon-fed politics gives you meme brigades, not ground teams. Someone is floating 14th August is phase 2, fine. But unless PTI and TTP can sustain pressure, they'll stay addicted to external ishare instead of building their own voltage. And the state won't wait, or rather, establishment won't wait. It will tighten the screws and keep tightening it. Every new overreach by this establishment right now before the November is an own goal. Mind you, if and only if someone is on the pitch to collect the rebound, then that's fine. And PTI should know that. Noon League has reduced itself to Punjab survival kit with sermon notes. Pakistan People's Party signals federal conscience on 18th Amendment and NFC. But we know Pakistan People's Party, or we are scared that Pakistan People's Party has a habit of hopping back on the carousel when the music plays. The clever plan floating around is that manufacture a jolly opposition. Pump up Pakistan People's Party's seat via selective culling and friendly by-elections, crown them with the opposition leader, and then sell the 27th Amendment as a cross-aisle consensus amendment. Cute. But votes aren't acceptance, sir. You can pass the text without legitimacy. You can't govern without legitimacy, especially if you light fires in KPK Balochistan, which is happening right now, by clawing the autonomy and shares. Even Punjab can turn allergic, sir, if the surgery is that crude. Punjab, the locus of power. So why does everything circle December? Because the idea is to survive November. Get the Thapki first, pat on the back, and then bulldoze later. Without the pat, the bulldozer will go into other direction. With it, you still risk a landslide if the ground isn't with you. That's the part our planners keep misreading. International permissions doesn't convert into domestic consent. Inside the house, the cracks are obvious. Balochistan runs on blackouts and press releases. Bajor cat curfews. KP's resentment, I'm sorry, but PTI's resentment in this term is nowhere. Gandapur has given up. KP, CPEC's risk profile keeps China cautious. We bark or we shout about East Side retaliation with India, as if the geography and interception doesn't exist. Bureaucracy becomes the punch bag, of the week. Khwaja Asif scolds them. Lists are getting leaked of the corrupt bureaucrats. And right on cue, uniform generals sitting on duty generals slides into senior interior ministry roles. That's not reform, sir. That's trying to curtail the Bhonchal before November. The headline cases are still pending. Faiz Amir. And now we are, trying to grab Malik Riaz. The auction is going on here over his properties. Let's talk there to see who squeals and who salutes. But here's the real connection, sir. When you go after the people who have been part of the system for ages, you need a strong, credible system to do it. Clear rules, consistent process, independent referees. Without that, it reads like a factional purging, not accountability. And the blowback weakens the very structure trying to perform the surgery. Getting into the people like Malik Riaz, it's not that easy in Pakistan. Where does PTI fit when this clock hits Bhonchal? In a trap of its own design. Khan's personal standing is granite. The party's apparatus is chalk. KP's CM plays two boards at once. If the establishment unseats him, Gandapur, PTI gains martyr. If Khan removes Gandapur, PTI bleeds internally. This is like a catch-22. The only adult strategy now is brutally simple. Never leave the field. Contest every by-election, nominate a new opposition leader. The same hour the last one is X'd. Keep KPK in Balochistan visible. Stop purity testing your own cadres to death. That's what PTI social media brigade is doing. The system will supply mistakes. The system will supply mistakes before November. Remind you that. Someone has to be present to capitalize that. The Middle East won't rescue anyone. If Washington hugs Israel unconditionally, more states ignore Washington. If it loosens the hug with Israel, Israelis maximalists ignore Washington. Either way, our habit of seeking permission slips from DC ages badly. And the Goldsmith sons, the subplot, visas as velvet chains, only proves how brittle control becomes when optics meet family politics. If Qasim and Suleiman arrive despite resistance, the script breaks. The more you try to macromanage this whole thing, the more any unscripted event becomes explosive. This is what is going to happen. So let's see clean scenarios, no here and there. Scenario 1, Thapki lands before November. Now expect aggressive cosmetic reform, tighter screws on bureaucracy, choreographed cases, and a sprint to December to push the 27th Amendment. Maybe you get, like a caretaker plus or arranged unity, maybe a redesigned field where Mohsen Naqvi type can govern, Asim's road to 27 is packaged as continuity, stability, and tough choices. It functions, listen to me, it functions until legitimacy runs out or anarchy plays, whichever the first. Scenario B, no Thapki. The Bhonchal's risk, grows. Fissures inside this power structure widen. Civilian props wobble. Provincial pushback hardens. The number games stop adding up. And the rational outcome for self-preserving system is to de-seat someone in November and rewire the arrangement. Not out of reformers' zeal, out of survival. The survival of the system. The survival of the concept of establishment. When tribute can't be secured abroad and consent can't be faked at home, the system sacrifices the face to save the frame. What should the players do now? Now let's talk about PTI. PTI, I think, is stamina over spectacle. Contest everything. Keep legislative nominees ready. Discipline KPK, stay visible in Balochistan, Sindh, Punjab, and stop cannibalizing your own people. Build organizers, not just orators. If Bhonchal opens a door and only the side already in motion walks through it. Secondly, Pakistan People's Party. Decide if you are the shield for the Federation or the seat maximizer. Touch 18th Amendment or NFC. People's Party will win a vote but lose the province. For PML-N, governance needs oxygen. They should learn that, not duct tape. Punjab alone can't carry the legitimacy of country punched from 3 directions. For establishment, power without permission is velocity toward a wall. If you need a Thapki to jump, you probably shouldn't jump. In the end, it's not complicated. Arrogance says we will get the Thapki and bulldoze the 27th Amendment. Aage badh. Gravity replies, meet me in November, sir. So if Thapki arrives, the bulldozer still faces a mountain called acceptance. If it doesn't, the Bhonchal won't be metaphor. It will be personal decision. This isn't a call for theatrics. It's a demand for endurance. Outcomes in Pakistan don't reward the loudest day. They reward the side that refuses to leave the ground for the 90 straight. When the Bhonchal hits, it won't crown who shouted. It will crown who stayed. And no amount of imported Thapki will change that.